Well, good afternoon, stamping friends. This is Susan with Tidbits with Susan. And the first tidbit is, excuse me for that awful whatever it was, got things mixed up, and you had quite the wild ride, so I will try to erase that later on. I'm not going to post and save it, but I certainly don't want everybody to see that awful thing. Good afternoon, Darlene. You've just missed a debacle of me trying to get things straight when I realized my hands were coming from the opposite side, and they still are, and I don't know how to fix that. So it's good to see you if you're joining me live, or if you're going to watch the replay later on. This is backwards, and I understand that. It's better than sideways like it was last week. So I'm going to be making a card it's called a Fun Fold Easel card. And I've not made it before, and I'm taking the elements today and putting it together for the first time. So I've got my instructions loaded up there so that I can see them easily. And the first thing we do, I'll give you the measurements as we go along. This is an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of cardstock. It is our beautiful new Timid Tiger. It's an orange, but in comparing it to pumpkin pie, it's a lot grayer, I think. There's gray in it. Hey, Jennifer. Thanks for joining me. So this has been scored at 1 3/4, well, from this side, 1 3/4 and 4 1/4 from this side. And then we're going to fold them. I keep getting bothered by a message. Okay, now we're going to set this aside because we've got a piece of cardstock that's 3 1/4 by 5 1/4, and this is a piece of DSP from the, let me get it and tell you the name, Floral Delight, and I just love this paper. But it's got some solid, or not solid, it's got some printed beautiful flowers on one side. This kind of reminds me of forsythia. And on the other side is a diagonal print. And we are going to attach this to the piece of cardstock that is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so now we're going to take this and glue it to the front of the card right here. So I'm going to put the glue on the back. Remember that I said I've never made this card. Get the glue running. Attach this. Smooth it out. And this is going to be our easel. It's going to pop up like that. But we'll make sure that it dries before we do anything like that with it. Actually, I want to put a couple other pieces on here. put some white there. Maybe it's yellow there. I'm going to put the yellow there. And it looks like big chrysanthemums on the other side of that. I don't think that goes there. I think it goes here. I may be wrong, but we're going to try it that way. And then I'm going to put the white. These are both 2 by 5 1/4 piece of white cardstock. Hey Deb, glad to have you join me. Okay, so that's it for the card. And I sure hope those are put on in the right places because I didn't write down. Okay, so we've got that ready to go. Now we're going to make a flower to decorate the front. And I'm going to use my favorite coneflower. I was going to do it in, yeah, I'll do it in Timid Tiger. I love the coneflower. There we go. Well, that's stamped nicely. I'm going to close this up for a minute because I'm not going to use it for a while. Set this over to the side. Now what I'm going to do is take the early espresso and I'm going to color in I don't know what part of the flower this is called. I suppose it's the seed pod. When the blossoms fall off and then this is allowed to fall to the earth, it will make more coneflowers. I love them, but I never planted them. So there's that part. But I want to make something in here. This is Darling Duckling. Just want to color in some of the petals. And Jim is watching. Thank you for your interest, Jim. You can see the process I use to create the cards that I send to you and Eric. So that's Timid Tiger. I'm going to grab, it's not Timid Tiger, that's Darling Duckling. And I'm going to bring this in to color in some of this. I've seen coneflowers in all different colors as I sit at McDonald's waiting to get my order, which is too often. They have coneflowers growing. They've just passed their peak. Now I'm going to find what I did with it. I've got to use sorry to be jerking you around. I just had it right here. And I do have it right here, sorry. I've got to get the no, that's not what I want to do. I just want to cut out the outside. I mean the inside. So this is the die. Whoops. That's going to cut out just the blossom. Oh my goodness. Be right back. Sorry. I know it's bumping you again. And I just want to snip off this part. Okay, so here's my coneflower. Let me put the die back in there. There is the die that would allow me to cut out just some of the blossoms so that I could layer this. And we're going to attach this to the front of the card. Now you want to make sure when you do this on your own, you want to make sure that it's not sticking above here or below here or out either side, because it won't fit in the envelope properly then. Okay, and I'm going to put this on dimensionals. That will give it a little pop. Oh, I forgot. There's one more thing I wanted to do with this. Let me see if I can do that before I attach it. If there's any white showing around the outer edge, I want to fill it in and this is Pool Party. And I'm just doing it around the outside edge. If it was a flower with open blossoms, I might go up in there, but just to ground it. I would prefer to use our new cloud cover, but my pen isn't here yet. Whoops, I got out of the line a little bit there. Okay. Well, you should plant them, Jennifer. I don't have any place to do it now, or I would. Take advantage. Okay, remove the backing. And I'm going to put that right in the middle and kind of at an angle. Now we're going to with Memento Black, I am going to stamp the sentiment right down here. I get it right in the middle. Celebrating you. That can be a congratulations for practically anything. And you can write up in here what it's for. Or put another sentiment, happy birthday, happy anniversary. I know the celebrating you is backwards. I'm sorry, I don't know what I did. But this is, oh, and that's not going to stay by itself. So I am going to put a sequin. I think I'm going to use a gold one. Put it right there, and that kind of holds the easel from going forward. You've got something to hold it in place. So there is our Fun Fold easel card with, whoops, with the coneflower on it. Probably be seeing a lot of the coneflower with me. Now, I also want you to stay on the lookout because Darlene Walker and I are collaborating on Tractor and Company. Let me see if I can grab. I'm not going to show you the cards, but here is the adorable stamp set. We have designed a bunch of, I've designed 4, Darlene will be designing 4, and then we are going to be offering it to you as a kit to purchase and put together yourself. So if you want to think about getting the Tractor and Company stamp set and dies ahead of time, there are dies to cut out everything. You can cut out the corn, you can cut out the corn stalks, you can cut out the wheels, the tractor parts, hay, rooster, and we have used it all to come up with 4 designs each, and I think you're going to love it. So look for it coming up in the next couple of weeks. We'll be advertising and opening up the registration for you. Oh, yeah. It may be a chicken. I call it a rooster, but I love it too. And I have used it quite a bit in my designs. So, And I made some that, oh, maybe I can show you one of these. I made some with used paper. I guess it's all right to show these. This is a design. It's not in the kit, but it's because it's using expired paper, or paper that's no longer available. But I just thought the big gingham went with it. And then here's another one with, it's got a bunch of the roosters sitting on the tractor or following it. So, little glimpse of what's coming up. That is all for today. I hope you've enjoyed this. I will put the dimensions for this card on my in a comment on my Facebook, and you'll be able to make it yourself. Goodbye for now, and have a good day.